We're based out of Madison, Wisconsin, and we're kind of spread out. You know, Scott himself, he's in Illinois. You know, Scotty's up with me. We have people in Kenosha, Racine, a few more people joining out by us in Madison. And, you know, we've been around for, going on 3.5 years now. And, you know, we pretty much stuck to Wisconsin area. And now we're starting to branch out a little bit more. And
we'll talk about the difference between research and we were talking about different groups, but as a medium, I don't go into any place knowing anything. I just know that we're going to go somewhere and I show up. I've seen spirits since I've been a little kid. I used to have spirits come into my bedroom when I was a kid, and I used to watch them come down the hallway. And they walk into my room and they would talk to me at night. And then I would tell my parents, hey, I'm seeing ghosts, I see ghosts. And they go, yeah, right. Yeah, right, no. I mean, remember, I'm 44 years old, and that was 1967, 68, 69, you know, in that area. And who would have ever thought of seeing ghosts at that time, other than you were totally whacked out? You know, I mean, you should be in a mental home in that time, or you had a wild imagination. So my parents didn't believe me. After a few years of getting that, I decided I'm not going to see ghosts anymore. And it wasn't until I got into college back in '84 that I started seeing spirits again. Ghost hunting is not like you see it on TV.
no.
And mediums like me, I'm not like Chip Coffee. I don't go running around like that. I mean, it's very different. This is a really cool town, but then it was up a dirt road, and I kept saying, up on the hill, up on the hill. I kept getting this vision, there's something on top of the hill. We go on top of the hill, there's a cemetery there. Out of nowhere. I mean, you couldn't see it from the road from way down. We had to walk all the way back because it was this dirt road into this preserve, and there was a cemetery there, and that's what they were calling me, to the cemetery. I get to the cemetery, I'm looking at the cemetery, and it's a small little plot about this room, and all of a sudden I feel on my face, I feel like a scratch. I go, wow. I look at it, and they said, you just got scratched, and they took a picture. I can show you guys on my laptop later. I got a scratch on my face from here to here. And when I did, I turned my head like this, and I looked over here, and in the woods was a whole nother cemetery. And that's what they were trying to get me to look at over there, and I wasn't paying attention. Then we went into it, and we found grave after grave after grave that just the woods just grew over. It was pretty sad.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty sad, but that's what they wanted me to see.
The way that we try to work, and I'll kind of touch on this, what Scotty has said already, with him being a medium, psychic, sensitive, whatever, works for him, Joe being a skeptic and technical scientific guy, I try to gather research, factual, historical research. I go to historical sites, I go to libraries, I go to courthouses, anything that's going to give me any bit of information whatsoever about a particular place that we're going to, I will go and I will find it. I take and I keep that knowledge away from everybody else, because once you start spouting off things, you got your claims, I've got my research done, and once you go in and start talking to, let's say I walk into Joe, say, Joe, you're not going to believe what I found. If I do that, let's say that I say that there's a person that worked there, his name was Joe. Everybody on every EVP is going to pick up that name Joe. Everything you hear, you could be walking, doing an EMF sweep or something like that.
You'll hear a cat meow. You're going to hear Joe.
Even myself, as a medium I'm quite skeptical. I want to make sure that everything that I hear and I get is real. I just don't want to come off, and unfortunately a lot of mediums on TV and a lot of mediums on radio and a lot of other mediums that are out there in groups come in and want to be the center of attention, and that's not what it is. The spirit is the center of the attention.
Get away from him, he's talking.
I know. Thank you. I was just like, they just grabbed my ear and I'm like, oh, please, I'm talking.
With the internet.
The first time that I have worked with Scotty, the first time I've worked with a psychic, and it was truly amazing what he was able to tell me and what I was able to find out factually about the place.
I was at Bobby Mackey's Music World. Anybody see the Ghost Adventure crew that was there?
Yes.
That place, by the way, is ultimately 100% haunted. I will claim that today. I will claim that forever. A lot of places I don't ever say is haunted. This place is haunted. I got 26 EVPs out of that night. So all night long, demon, death, kill. I mean, we're getting all these words all night when I was around this thing.
And then I started like most of the ghost hunters you see on TV now. They all started hanging out with their buddies. Hey, let's go check out this place. They say this house is haunted, whatever. And we just sit out there with our Polaroids and taking pictures, thinking we were, finding something. And then one night I was sitting there and there was a TV show on, and I was like, wow, these guys got a team and all this equipment. And I'm like, that is so cool. I would love to do that. And my wife's like, there's got to be groups around here that do it locally.
Where does the entertainment draw the line? We all understand that the TV is the entertainment, and it's very different than what we do. We're here to try to show these lovely folks here that own this place that they have spirits here, or they don't have spirits here. That's what we're here to help them find out. That's why most groups don't charge either, because if we were to come in and say, for this investigation, you guys are going to need to pay us $100 and then room and all this stuff to come in, then we're kind of obligated to them because they're paying us.
Corner of my eye,
Come on.
I looked straight ahead into the bathroom,
Come on.
and I saw what to me, out of the corner of my eye, looked like a lighter color, like a grayish color, actually come out like this. And then I turned and looked just as it was going